What episode number is it?
308.
We are off our ball today. Okay. Yeah, 308. Oh boy. It's gonna be a full day like this, I'm feeling. Pink?
Yes.
Addy?
I exist.
All right. So let's start off with the plug your shit, the boring shit. Pink.
Yes. Channel stuff comes out. Phasmophobia with you and Mike. And then
a lot of
a lot of it. We've got a lot of that recorded. And then on top of that, I've got the Stronghold stuff coming out. And then I've got the Mario Wonders set to come out. And then I've got NXT set to come out once more after a brief hiatus. And by brief, I mean like 2 months. But still, it's coming out. It'll be there. I'm a little sick right now, so there might be other things that I'm forgetting, but no. It should be fine.
Yeah, it's cool. All right. On my own channel, expect over the next couple months for it to be alternating days of Phasmophobia and Endless Legend. I also intend to record other things and put those things up on those given days. But for now, I don't have any of that recorded, so that'll go up as it gets recorded. But yeah, for definitely at least the next month, expect alternating days of Phasmophobia and Endless Legend. Holy Jesus!
I like it.
Atticus.
All right, there is no review coming out because I still haven't gotten that best at one point in fucking Star Wars. I haven't had the time.
Oh,
genuinely. But
you've been a busy man lately.
I've been what?
I said you've been a busy man lately.
Yeah, I mean exams are coming up. I have I want to say like something 50 pages I have to write until the end of the week. So.
Ooh!
So that's gonna be fun. On normal normal like film school topics like alternative history in video games, clothing trends in history, and movie analysis. That was gonna be easy, but
Hell, some degree of understanding of historical fashion would be important for historical pieces, because how many times have you seen a historical movie where a dude's walking around with a haircut and you're like, nobody had that haircut in the 1800s?
Well, no, it's specifically women's fashion history, which, whatever. There's probably more of that surviving, honestly.
I don't know. Women weren't allowed to have fashion for at least half existence.
You don't see any chicks walk around with those huge skirts that are kept up by little steel cages in there anymore, iron wire cages. That was cool.
It was hard to put on and walk in though. One of my.
That's why you needed even more legroom.
We failed as a species when we opted not to have steel cages as part of our wardrobe. Really, now.
Why didn't the men get it?
Right.
We could use it for big shoulder pads or something.
Yeah.
All the dudes will look like Space Marines.
Men didn't get the steel cages because they would be throwing mankind off of it constantly.
That's true. Just every day, man. Foley, we find Foley, we throw him. He'll put it over. Don't worry.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, so that there's definitely a clip coming out. I can even tell you what it is if you give me a second. But yeah, it's goofy. I didn't even need to check. I just remembered. It is in fact
literally.
Goofy. Yes, it
How goofy
literally.
is it?
Well, it is pretty goofy. It features at least one goof.
All right then.
I mean, the title of the video that I just remembered is all caps Goofy No.
Goofy, no. All right then.
So I'll
He
let
had
you.
to garsh all over them.
Oh boy, did he ever? But yeah, you will see. And then yeah, that's it for my channels, I believe.
All right. On the group channel, December 18th, tomorrow, WWE 2K23 GM mode continues, weeks 9 and 10. On the 20th, Melty Blood Actress Again, Part 5. On the 22nd, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, Part 4. Actually, that's Christmas Day. Okay, never mind. I won't spoil what comes out on Christmas Day. We'll discuss that next podcast.
Next podcast is on Christmas,
It's
which
Christmas
is a problem.
Eve.
Yes, which is Christmas over here.
That's true. Pink, do you have Saturday off this week?
I don't know. I don't have a schedule for next week.
Oh, well, we'll
Probably
figure
not.
it out as we
I
get
don't know.
closer.
I don't know.
We'll figure it out. We'll do it live. Fuck it. But yeah, there you go. That's the channel. That's the group channel.
Yeah, which I guess this is something that we never talked about. But like, don't ask me why Hungarians celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve, but we do. So
Yeah, well, that's one. Don't the English don't the English throw around like Boxing Day around that time as well? They just decide to throw another holiday on just for shits.
I don't know.
Yeah. Something like that.
I thought you were gonna say, don't they in the English have like a monopoly on Christmas Day? Only they can hold it on the 25th.
Yeah, we'll get them for this.
Aggressively starts throwing tea packets into the ocean.
I mean, if there's any way to do it, that would be it. I think that still makes them mad.
Not even
Definitely.
But like not even boxes of the things. No, you just like buy a fucking box of big teas, and then you just individually take the packets out and start throwing them into the ocean.
They might actually respect that. We got to be careful here. So is anyone else getting repeated notifications from Steam? Mike the Rat Guy is now online. Mike the Rat Guy is now online.
Not for people being online.
Oh.
I got a few pop-ups for soon playing games and whatnot, but I don't think I have pop-ups for when people are online enabled or anything like that.
Well, yeah, y'all probably got a couple of pop-ups of me playing fucking Slay the Spire because I was messing around with mods.
Yeah, I noticed you're playing a lot of Slay the Spire. I was wondering what the deal was with that. I was like, well, I know Addy likes that game, but Jesus.
Oh yeah, it's the one game that I can play easily on the move. Like, I don't need, I don't really need to worry about like losing whatchamacallit, progress or anything if I just close the laptop.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Well, it's also probably still running discreetly while you've got the laptop turned off, so that probably also looks like to us that it's still playing it.
Oh no, I usually quit.
Oh, all right.
But yeah, like I use it like that because I know that the game has very good autosaves in that it saves it after literally every combat. It saves it when you get your rewards, and it remembers the rewards you got. So
sweet. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and hit those topics we sleepily agreed upon before the podcast. One of which was, what is one game or movie or comic or TV show or book that you're looking at and going, by all means, like you tried, and you were like, by all means, all the ingredients are here, that this was built for me. And yet, boy, it just ain't working. It just ain't singing. All right, let's see. Personally for me, who? Let's see. Oh, my brain's not working.
And there's a couple easy ones for me to throw out in fighting games. Just in fighting games.
Yeah, could you go ahead and start throwing out some answers while I think?
Sure. All right. Well then, Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, Schoolgirls, the Killer Instinct, the third one.
Okay, I have to ask. Isn't your issue with both Dragon Ball Fighters and Power Rangers the same issue?
Maybe. I mean,
how much the game's systems are built around auto combos?
I mean, I suppose that's part of it, yes. But like my main issue with all of them are sort of the same, where like they just don't feel good to play to me. So, like I should like Power Rangers and Dragon Ball Fighter Z and Schoolgirls because they have the big the Marvel combos and shit like that. But nothing really like there is a thing getting them all together.
Isn't your issue with Skullgirls and Killer Instinct kind of the same as well? You just don't like the characters.
Yes.
The character designs, yeah.
I mean, that's true for all of the four I listed, I think, because like
really no one in Dragon Ball.
Not really. I guess I like Z Broly as a design, I suppose, but it's like I can live without him.
He's a grappler, by the way.
Oh, I know. I liked him when I tried him out.
Oh.
Like the Broly in that game, Z Broly anyway. From the things I've seen and the things I did, it really felt like Dragon Ball Waldstein, where like he's a grappler, yes, but he also do combo. In fact, he combo into grapple and grapple into combo.
Oh, that seems like that's every grappler in Fighter Z, by the way.
Yeah.
By the way, base Goku is a grappler. What the fuck?
Why not?
That game has a lot of grapplers. I won't get into it now, but Jesus Christ.
Goku's been watching his Kawada tapes.
I wonder why I've suddenly decided I like the game.
Yeah. But yeah, when it comes to fighting games, that I mean, for general games, GTA has a series.
Oh, that is a good pick. That's a good pick for both of us.
Because, like, I like open world games. I like games where the characters do crime, I guess. I guess it's a genre
I
now.
love crime. Crime is my favorite.
And GTA 6 even might even let you to eat hot chip and lie. Who knows? But GTA to me is just like how do I put this? Like there's a thing of like it might have been the first, and I appreciate it as the first of the thing that I like. It is not the best. And like newer GTAs to me don't do the same kind of innovation that the older titles did. So, well, they do in innovation, but they don't do it in meaningful directions, I guess.
Yeah.
Because like I guess I don't know why, but that's my go-to when I think of this stuff. Even though it's not even GTA, it's Red Dead. But like horse balls. Like, sure, I guess you innovated actually like shrinking and growing horse balls into the game. Why? What does this do for me as a player?
Well, several individuals at Rockstar have very childish senses of humor, and they think that's great.
Or like, there was the whole shower mechanic, power mechanic in big quotation marks in GTA 5, where you could turn on the shower, and you could turn on the sink, and then you could turn off the shower, and you could turn off the sink. And that is all of the gameplay. And why did we program this? Immersion, I guess, but like, it's, you know what? I love it when I wake up in the morning, go into the shower, turn on the shower, and then turn it off because I can't even like walk in. And if I walk in, I'm in my full outfit. It also does nothing. Like water doesn't like water is just a visual effect.
How else do you wash your clothes?
That is correct. Let's see what else, because there's a couple. Okay, this is one where it's not really where it's not one that I think fits up my alley, but basically everything else around me, including like 5 separate companies algorithms, decided that it is Undertale. I won't go into detail. I don't need to go into detail. I have an entire review, but like Undertale to me, I guess I'll say this.
Okay. I'm looking at the games that I've played, and it occurs to me this might be an easier question for Addy than for you or me, Pink. Because Addy, I think you're patient enough to play through and beat a game that you don't like or even hate. I think Pink and I both, when we don't like a game, we'll go for like an hour, and then we'll just go, all right, fuck this, and we're done.
I don't know if I'd say I hate Undertale even, because like I hate the societal ripple that it caused. I guess I don't know how to say this. Like I hate its influence.
You hate its fan base.
Yes.
Which applies to many, many, many video games for many, many, many people in our friend circle.
But yeah, the game itself, I think it's pretentious and whatever. But like the actual like the fighting mechanic that you're not supposed to use is good. It's fun. I liked it. Like if I need to credit Undertale with one thing, it made me realize that I like bullet hells. So like
yeah.
So I try not to look at games as like if I genuinely hate a game, I will probably only put in like an hour into it. Like for example, there was Gungrave Gore, which was free with PS Plus, and I heard a lot of praise for it, saying, "Hey, it's really good. It's like Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball, fucking it's like DMC but with guns, which DMC already had guns. In fact, there was already DMC with guns. It was DMC 2, but never mind.
Oh God."
But yeah, I heard all of this praise for the game.
I looked over at my game shelf and I saw the Devil May Cry HD trilogy. And for a passing moment, my brain went, maybe I could answer Devil May Cry 2. Then my brain turned back on and I went, no, I can't. That game was just fucking garbage.
Yeah, the only thing you were supposed to, like, the only thing up your alley in that game is Dante. Not anything else.
Even
Dante's
that, I can't. Because Dante, that's notoriously the one game where Dante just doesn't have a personality.
That's just the best game in the series, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the only cool thing about Devil May Cry 2 is Lucia, and she never came back.
Nice. But yeah, like Gungrave Gore to finish that thought. So yeah, people praise it a lot. So and it became free with PS Plus. So I went, hey, I'll give it a shot. Turn the game on. Felt like as to control. I didn't understand how you're supposed to do combat, and the combat felt awkward. Like it seemed, at least it might be better on PC. I don't know. On PlayStation, the game was pretty much just centered around auto aiming and not even actually shooting shit. Just auto aiming and then holding down the button and then releasing the button and then you kill people and just dodge bullets. And that doesn't seem like a fun gameplay loop to me. So I played for like, I want to say half on... Yeah?
Oh, I just made a sound of disgust.
So yeah, I played that game for like maybe 30 minutes and then I uninstalled it. So if I legitimately hate, if there is nothing that I can point to and say, hey, this might be worth going through, then I don't. But more often than not, trying to be actually like critical of a game means giving it a chance. And if I give it a chance, then there's usually something actually worth, like there is some redeeming quality in games, even ones I don't like. Usually.
Yeah.
Impossible.
Okay, I got 2 answers.
All right, go ahead.
Neo.
That's a good one.
Uh-huh.
From the Matrix?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
No,
I played
the singer.
him.
The singer.
From 2004?
Yes.
No, Neo, the Japanese samurai game about fighting Onis and demons and things. It had cool, interesting, layered combat, big, cool demon designs, really creative, but very, like, digging into the weirdness of Japanese mythology and old Japanese paintings of Onis and yokai and whatever. Just digging hard into Shintoism and building a video game around it. And I thought it was all very cool, and I cannot explain why I bounced off of it within 3 levels. Like three times I've started that game up and bounced within the first 3 levels.
I mean, just judging by my research, when I did the review on that game, I think I did the review on that game. I forget, but when I did that, the 3rd level of the game is the skill check of like, all right, you will either like this game or you will uninstall it. Jokes on them. I beat the 3rd level. I beat the entire game, and I still don't like it. So.
Okay. Also looking over there, Middle-earth: Shadow of War.
Oh, that's another good one. Yeah.
Shadow of Mordor. I beat that game. I beat the story mode of that game. Not because I cared for the story mode. I didn't care for the story mode at all. I just wanted to get all the toys for the Nemesis mode. And then I put way more time into the Nemesis mode than I did into the story mode. I have now speed ran the story mode of Shadow of Mordor twice after having beaten it normal speed once. Because I've started the game over, I want to play the Nemesis mode. The Nemesis mechanics. Shadow of War says, hey, we've gone into Shadow of Mordor, and we've way increased the depth of the Nemesis mechanics from Shadow of Mordor. The orcs can have so many different more personalities. They can have wildly different behaviors. The orcs that you turn to your side can betray you. The orcs that are on the other side can actually decide that they like you and join your side willingly. You can form armies. You can pick your generals. You can siege castles and hold the castles against sieges. And, the orcs can surprisingly show up in your time of need to save you. That's all so sick. And I bounced. And I can actually, like with Addy with the fighting games, like Neo, I can't point to why. It's genuinely a mystery to me why that game has never stuck with me. Shadow of War, I can point to cleanly. Part of my issue is that they changed the way that the skill tree works. Shadow of Mordor, by the end of that game, you are the Lord of the Rings equivalent of fucking Superman. You are a, lame example here because I literally have Dragon Ball FighterZ running right now on my PC, but you are a Dragon Ball character in Lord of the Rings. You are insanely powerful. Now, I don't think it's really that bad that Shadow of Mordor has that, because when that starts happening, that really just gives the player the encouragement. Okay, Now seek out the challenges that would have once been thought impossible. Earlier in the game, it would have been suicide to dive into a full fortress of orcs. Now it's doable. You can still get yourself killed pretty easily if you're stupid, but it's doable. And that was a lot of fun. That you start the game wimpy and weak, and you had to slowly build up your power through stealth and psychology. You know, beating the orcs by using their weaknesses, and you work your way up into being the one-man army who comes to dominate Mordor. Shadow of War, they made it where most of the really strong skills in the skill tree are mutually exclusive. And so you could never become that Superman. No matter what, you'd still always somewhat be stuck as weak little Talion. And I get why they did that, because they didn't want the Superman you could become at the end of the game. They wanted the game to always be where you're somewhat weak and you relied on stealth and psychology to win. But the fact that you couldn't play Super Talion in those sieges, that you lost out on that power growth experience of going from wimpy and weak to super strong, it missed out on a distinctive part of the Shadow of Mordor experience for me. And part of why I enjoyed replaying that game so much, because I played that game 3 times, because I liked going from wimpy and weak to Super Talion. It was just one little choice, and I get why they did it, but it took away a big chunk of the game's magic for me. Pink, do you have any answers?
Fallout 3, to be quite honest.
Oh, that's another good one.
Yeah.
I think all of us, that's Fallout 3.
Loved New Vegas. Finally got around to playing Fallout 3 a couple years later, and I was like, man, this just doesn't hit the same, you know?
No, it really doesn't.
It's it was just a poor man's New Vegas. I played it for a little while.
Here.
Yeah. I played it for a little while. I tried to like it. I was like, this is basically more or less the exact same game that I love, but just not good. Why am I not liking this? Because it's just not good. So that was probably the biggest should have liked it, did not liked it, walked away from it with only a few hours of playtime on it.
Yep. I'm curious what's the furthest any of us got in that game, because I didn't get far from Megaton.
Nor did
Fallout 3.
Oh, good lord. So you got far enough for Fox to say, kill yourself.
I forget if I brought Fox with me, but I played through Fallout 3 before I played New Vegas, which explains a lot. But yeah, I think I even posted about it on Twitter at the time, where my Fallout 3 run was pretty much just me murdering people with a shotgun, and then sometimes the game would just pop up, Karma gained.
Yeah. Well, yeah, eventually you have to hit the Paradise Falls or whatever the slaver town is, yeah.
Yeah, that's basically my Fallout 3 story, because like I know that the game has an actual narrative, I just don't remember what the hell it is. I know that I die at the end, but that's it.
Yeah, if you're going evil karma, then you might as well just go ahead and sacrifice lions.
Well, that's the thing. I had good karma. I had like very positive karma.
Oh, there's just that many evil people that deserve to die. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can wipe out Paradise Falls and 10 Penny Towers, and those will both probably just net you a shit ton of karma, wouldn't they? The funny thing is, like, I know the major Fallout 3 quests and locations and characters, but every time I play, it's just like, I don't know, the magic of New Vegas is that there's good and evil in New Vegas, but there's also intricate politics. And there's geopolitical and economic things going on in New Vegas that just aren't in 3. Fallout 3 is just a lot more plainly a story of good and evil without really any nuance to it. Like by all means, like, Caesar's Legion, that's pretty well all shitty people. I'm sure there's one Caesar's Legion NPC that's, like, moderately a cool guy if you get to meet him, but just by nature of being a member of the Legion, he's a shitty person.
Yeah.
Which is why NCR and House are both there, and you can have arguments about which is preferable between them. And also you can have arguments like, well, maybe you should just go with free New Vegas. Or there's the issues of like, okay, well, even if you want to go with the NCR or House, you have to discuss things like, okay, the Kings, where do they land? Brotherhood of Steel, the Followers. Like, the Brotherhood in particular is like one of the most difficult moral questions in New Vegas, because they are an indisputable problem, but at the same time, you know that in other places in the Fallout world, the Brotherhood has been a tremendous force for good.
Yeah.
Because it's like, for 3 out, can you, hang on, am I misremembering? Is the NCR the only route you can take in the main story where you can choose to not kill the Brotherhood? I forget. Can you save the Brotherhood? So. Can you save the Brotherhood with Yes Man? I can't remember.
Oh, I think with Yes Man you can literally kill and or save any faction in the game. I'm pretty sure. Well, I actually don't know. But I feel like Yes Man gives you the option for every individual faction, whether they live or die.
That sounds like that would be the case, yeah. Which, yeah, holy shit, Yes Man as a whole is just like such a tremendous argument to be had there, right?
Right.
Because that is either hypothetically like, finally we can break the cycle, or, oh, complete fucking anarchy.
Yeah.
And then the DLCs, my god.
Yeah.
I think all of us were there for when Dead Money, Honest Hearts came out, and both of those were controversial from the jump, right?
Yeah.
And then Old World Blues came out, and that one wasn't controversial. Everyone loved that from the jump. And I find it funny that now, 10 years later, like, the universal agreement is, oh, Dead Money and Honest Hearts are classics. Old World Blues,
that's a weird one. We don't like that one.
It's fun, it's goofy, but, like, it doesn't have anything to say.
Yep.
Like, once you get past the fact that Dead Money's got the weirdness of, like, the callers and the ghost people, once you get past Honest Heart's whole weirdness with the whole quest line, like, no, actually, those are now beloved because Elijah and Joshua Graham are such beloved characters that have a lot to say about the setting, you know?
Yeah.
Lonesome Road, I think, still sits the reputation it had at launch. Either you love it or it's stupid and it's just the writer telling you what he thinks.
Yeah.
Fucking Ulysses. That is still astounding to me that you can have that DLC where it's just, you could just nuke the NCR or the Legion or both. And it doesn't really matter other than creating an extra dungeon for you. Correct me if I'm wrong, nuking the Legion is the only way you can get a copy of Legate Lanius' sword before beating the game, right?
I'm pretty sure that's correct.
That's wild to me. Was there another Legate Lanius running around there? That was just another Legate, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense that Legate Lanius would survive a fucking nuke. But yeah, Fallout 3, whew. Yeah, Pink, how far did you ever get with Fallout 3?
Not far. I definitely made it a bit further than Megaton, but not by much. And by that point, I had dropped the main quest line and was just roaming the wastelands and doing side quests or pillaging random ass locations just for my own fun. I remember following a band of Brotherhood of Steel. What would they be called? Just Brotherhood of Steel members in their power armor. I followed them around for like an hour and a half, just as we were wandering the wasteland silently until they were mowed down by random animals and super mutants. And then I took their armor and could not use it, which was very sad.
That's another thing about Fallout 3 is like both games seem like you're inevitably going to trail off and go after side quests. But like Fallout 3, like the side quests, New Vegas has got a lot of famous, beloved side quests. 3 off the top of my head. There's the vampires. There's Harold turned into a tree.
Yeah. Yep, that's it. Wrap it up, boys.
Yeah. And the followers the followers in that game barely have anything to say, don't they?
I don't know.
I mean, Fox and Lions are both important to the story, so I assume they have some personality. But like, there's that ghoul bodyguard dude you can hire, but I don't remember him having much significance.
No.
And you can buy that slave chick, which is horrible just to say, and I don't think she has many opinions.
Yeah.
And that was the game that had the karma-dependent party members.
Yeah, which was another big reason why I didn't like it.
Yeah, if you get Mr.
In theory, you could get a party member like right off the bat as soon as you exit the vault. But to get that, you have to be a little a-hole while you're in the vault and get your karma down low enough to where it'll actually join you off the bat. And it's ridiculous.
And like, there's the Mr. Gutsy that refuses to follow you unless you're specifically neutral karma, and if you do anything good or evil, he's out.
Yeah.
Like, why? Yeah, that's just weird. I mean, like, I will say inversely, it is also a bit odd in New Vegas that the followers never even comment on karma, except I think Cass will sometimes comment if you have evil karma, right?
Yeah.
But that's it. And like, that one really sticks out because Arcade. Like, our Arcade has a very strong sense of morals. He never really comments on if you're evil.
Not unless you blow people up or anything.
Well, yes, Arcade will. There are several situations you can do something horrible that will get Arcade to leave you. Yes. He'll always be one of my favorite dialogue exchanges in that game. Speaking of party members' morality and ethics, it'll always be one of my favorite dialogue exchanges in that game when you enter Legion territory with Boone. Just wanted to let you know, from here on out, I'm going to be shooting every Legionary I see. Just let you know if that's a problem. That's not a problem. That's a solution. Damn right. Couple of problem solvers, you and me. And the other topic we were thinking was the inverse. What was a game that you looked at and you're like, clearly this game has been perfectly built for me to dislike it / hate it. Why am I enjoying it? Why am I really digging this?
All right. Well, I have an easy one because it's one that I didn't find out about it technically recently, but still. Cult of the Lamb.
What is that like, by the way? I don't know what that game is. I just hear weird talks about, like, satanic sacrifices and goat sex. And I'm just like, what the fuck?
So, okay, for one, sex isn't in the game yet. Yet. But...
I know they were the one guys that actually did respond to, like, the generic Twitter comment of, like, add sex with yes.
Yes, they have also since then come out and said, hey, we're not changing the rating of the game. So, you know, it's smart.
Well, it's gonna be like Pokemon. You leave 2 Pokemon at the ranch, you come back to an egg, right?
That, or they'll just have them like go into a room or walk off screen and then come back with a baby, I guess.
Do they? I saw that it was a isometric perspective. Do they like go in a house and the house just starts jumping?
Maybe, but that's
Sim's
the thing.
Solution.
So
yeah, Sam's exactly. The bed just starts going ape shit.
Yeah. You clip into the clip the camera into the bed sheets, and then they're just like doing contortionist poses.
Sets off the fire alarms.
So yeah, that game is the main hub. So there's two halves to the game. One is like kind of like The Sims, I suppose, where you have the cult that you're trying to grow. They need to be fed. Then you need to clean up their shit, and they give you quests, side quests, so that they improve the overall cult's morale. So, you need to build bedding and shit. Whatever. Yes, that's one half of the game. That made me describe the game to Pink as Satanic Animal Crossing, which is a sentence.
I think I've heard that before. Yeah.
And then the other half is a Zelda dungeon, but without whatchamacallit, without puzzles. It is a roguelike, that half of the game. And you have upgrades in the form of tarot cards. They're just upgrades. They're normal ass upgrades.
Yeah.
There's like, I wanna say like 7 different weapon types. And yeah, so basically it's like what if in The Sims, whenever the character went to work, you had to play Binding of Isaac, more or less.
Heh.
And then also, I guess you also have a self-insert character in the lamb, and the lamb can marry. This is the sort of sentences that this game allows you to say. I haven't married any of my followers yet because I'm waiting to resurrect one of my older ones that I liked.
Yeah, there you go.
So, because they died of old age.
Excellent.
But your character's immortal?
Yes. Your character.
Oh.
So the game's story, because I was surprised, the game actually has a story, and you can actually finish the story, and it's not an unreasonable task. But yeah, so the game story is basically just this lamb fighting this lamb, who is Satan, fighting 5 other Satans.
Oh.
And then at the end, you get to decide if you want to be Super Satan, or if you want to bow down to yeah, if you want to bow down to one of the 5. Now,
alrighty.
Now here's the thing: I didn't bow down, which meant that the lamp has become Super Satan. Also, all of the other Satans, they now exist in the cult as normal ass people, except for the guy that wanted you to bow down to him. He's immortal.
I see.
So, and I also there's also this multi-dimensional being that the game introduces in like the middle, that comes back for the post game, and you have to name him yourself. So I just named him John, and he gave me a necklace that makes it so one of your followers is immortal. So I have 2 immortal followers.
Huh.
Nice.
But yeah, I didn't expect to like the game this much, but then like you know, I saw videos of it and I went, all right, so this is another fucking roguelite. That's honestly it. It is another fucking roguelite. And then I played it and I went, hey, like, because PlayStation has a trial, and I went, hey, this is actually like good. This is well made. I like this.
Yeah.
The other one is Biomutant, which I don't think will ever stop surprising me in how I like it, because there's literally, like, I cannot bring up any arguments for why I like it. I just do. It is like, if you want me to describe the game, it's literally just everything I hate, more or less. I don't even really like the art style. Yes, yet I like the game. Because like it is a game with pretty much no narrative. It plays like a Bethesda game. That includes the bugs, by the way.
I figured.
It is very haphazardly put together. The combat mechanic, which was one of the selling points, is very bare bones where you get down into it. The characters barely exist. The threat in the story is pretty much non-existent. Why do I like this game? Yes, I do. Like,
Yeah.
if the loading times, like if the game on the PS4 didn't load for like 5 minutes at a time, I would actually play it a lot more. But yeah, like, I don't get it, but I like it. Anyone else?
I may need some time with this one. This is a hard
I've
question.
got one, which is kind of ironic. It's actually, I could technically say two, because these are two games that, in theory, have nothing that should interest me in any way. Yet I play them a whole butt ton. And it's going to be Dead by Daylight and Phasmophobia. Because I've gone on record in the past saying, hey, I don't care for horror. I don't care for slashers. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't like aliens. They're weird. They got sticky fingers. Disgusting. But here we are.
I don't know if you said stinky or sticky. Both of them
It
work.
doesn't matter. Either works. They both work. It's both simultaneously. But yeah, here we are years later. I've been having a blast playing Dead by Daylight for the past couple of years. I've been having a blast playing Phasmophobia for the past couple of weeks. It's been awesome. So those are two games that, in theory, should have no meaning whatsoever, or no enticement whatsoever for me as an individual. But here I am, and I love them. They're great.
Yeah, I'm still. I think I've said this before, just how like much that surprises me, and how it leads to this now oddball situation where you don't care for horror, you don't care for horror movies, you don't care for horror games, but I can name off several characters from Resident Evil, Silent Hill, and like several horror movie franchises, and you know who they are.
Right.
If I had asked you 4 or 5 years ago, who is James Sunderland?
I would have been totally clueless.
Yeah.
I guess if you need more time, W, I have two more as well. Pink reminded me.
Yeah, I may need the time.
All right. Well then, the first one. Well, both of them I guess are kind of obvious when you think about who I am. Smite, and Siege.
Yeah.
Like Smite is. Smite for the longest time was the worst example for the things that I don't like in modern game design, but it had the saving grace of, well, they're not assholes about it, and also it's free.
Eh.
Like, you know, it's a lot easier to be like, well, you know, they need money when the buy-in fee is nothing.
Yeah. And you can't like there are a lot of games that say like you can unlock all the characters without paying. And it's like, oh, well, if I grind for 30 hours a character, looking at you, Street Fighter 5. But like Smite actually means it. It's not hard at all to grind up the money for any of those characters.
Yeah, there's been multiple times that I thought about buying the god pack, and then I remember, hey, I have like 70% of the gods unlocked.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I only bought the God Pack because I know, like, I just look at it and go, I don't put nearly as much time into this game as Addy Pink or Soon do. I'm just going to have to buy the God Pack to catch up.
That's the thing, though. Like, I haven't played the game since the last time we played. Like, I don't really go back to Smite anymore. But when I did play it to try and catch up to y'all, I just unlocked like 70% of the characters, I guess. Like the thing that really brought me back a while ago was Danzaburu, who is still my guy. But you know, I don't really have a reason to play Smite with Rendos, so whatever. Siege.
Yeah.
Siege was in the right spot at the right time, where we had no games that we shared that could be played online, and it had free weekend, and we said, hey, this was kind of fun together, so we all bought it. And that's pretty much my thing with Siege, where like, I like Siege. Well, that depends.
And I was to become intimately acquainted with the spectator mode.
Yeah. Like, the thing with Siege is that sometimes the rounds they have this sort of tension that no other game gives you, and other times, in fact, most of the time in the recent seasons that we've played, my experience was mostly just like sitting down somewhere when we're on defense, and then I just get shot through the wall. And how do I fight that?
Yeah. And me playing is the only one out of us without audio. And the most audio reliant FPS ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I suppose. Do I have anything else? I don't know.
Well, immediately one that I can throw out, though it's not an exciting answer because Pink also answered it. Phasmophobia. As a general rule, I'm not a fan of horror games where I always call it run and hide horror, but I'm sure there's a more elegant name for it. Horror games that are more about you cannot do anything to stop the monster. You just, if they find you, you need to run and hide. Otherwise, it consists largely of stealth. Well, Phasmophobia gets rid of a lot of my issue with that. Like, a lot of my issue with that gameplay formula is the inherent passivity of the player. Yeah, right?
The changes that Phasmophobia makes is that you can get on microphone and you can call the ghost a bitch.
Well, yes, but Amnesia or Outlast, the gimmick is always get past the monster. And the one time I played Amnesia, I did like Amnesia. Though Amnesia has a lot of stretches where you're just not dealing with the monster at all. So that is a big difference there. There's gameplay there. Phasmo, it's different because it's not really like get past the monster. And there's, in fact, if you're playing the game really well, you're never going to run into the monster. You're only going to run into the monster if, A, you've run into the very unfortunate, like, the 1 out of 24 odds that you've got the hyper-aggressive ghost that will just immediately fuck your ass. Which, unfortunately, has happened a good couple times. Or you have played your cards wrong and done something unnecessarily risky and fucked it up somehow. But if you play the game right and, investigate properly, which that's the kicker, that's what makes me like Phasmophobia, is it's really a detective game, a puzzle game disguised as a horror game.
Yeah.
If you play your detective cards right, you should never have your life in danger. On some level, the chase beginning is a failure state. Even with, if you get the demon, it's still just like, okay, well, the lesson you should have learned from that is the crucifix. Someone needs to take the crucifix in from the jump.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that is a big one for me. Other than that, it's difficult to say. I don't have a lot of stuff that I cleanly point to as like genres or game design elements I can cleanly point to that make me go like, nope, that's not for me. So,
I have another one.
What's that?
Ruiner.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about that game.
Ruiner is a cyberpunk isometric view shooter, I guess. But yeah, it is pretty much the same. It plays kind of like Hades, if Hades wasn't a roguelite. If it had more of a narrative thing that you were following, and it was linear. I suppose that's the best way I can put it.
Yeah. Well, come to think of it, I am generally not a fan of like isometric. Well, I was about to say shoot 'em ups, but it's not really a shoot 'em up. But like that sort
action,
of
I
building
guess.
of combat, and yet I really loved Hades. So that actually, come to think of it, is a good example for me.
Yeah, see, I just hate the isometric view. I might be able to put up with it if it's like a game from the 90s and it's about like strategy. I might be able to put up with it then, but any other time, or you know, if it's like in Cult of the Lamp, I suppose I'll go back to that. That has an isometric view thing in the hub, but that's for building. I'm not supposed to do shit there. Like I just walk around. but
Yeah.
But you know, when you want me to actually like properly interact with the environment, isometric is like one of the worst viewpoints for me that you can have, because it fucks with my depth perception. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And so yeah, Ruiner does that, but you know, it had a gripping enough story, and it had neat designs for the characters, and I remember, like, I distinctly remember times when like the game's soundtrack is well done, but there were definitely sessions when I would just turn the game audio on and put on Kasabian, and it worked very well.
Yeah.
And I just remember enjoying that a lot. So I guess that's another one where, like, you know, once again, isometric view games, no, but I like that somehow.
Screw it. I'm just going to sell for Phasmophobia is my answer. Even though Pink also answered it, screw it. I just don't have anything better to throw in.
That's fair.
And if we want to hit that last proposed topic, just because it seems like it'd be a quick one, the way I phrased it was, "What's your favorite glup shitto?" Which I think that's more specific to the Star Wars series. What's your favorite, like, nothing background tertiary who gives a shit character? Who's your boy? And honestly, that one applies to all mediums: books, video games, movies, TV show. That especially applies to wrestling.
Yeah, I was about to say like the easiest answer to me for this, the one that comes to mind immediately is just Fit Finley.
Yeah.
In what era?
The short hair, like I guess Ruthless Aggression would have been
Ah, yeah.
with the shillelagh.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Okay.
How dare you?
I got strawberry lemonade. Eat shit.
What the heck? You gotta share, boyo?
Mm-mm.
That figures. You never share.
Yeah, strawberry fucking lemonade. I'm not sharing shit with nobody.
Your mother
Eat
should
shit.
have raised you better. You should always
Eat
share
shit.
your strawberry lemonades,
Eat shit.
especially with me.
Eat shit.
For a second, that I was really surprised that people would be so vulgar, because I thought he was just gonna stop at your mother. That's just very uncharacteristic of Pink.
Yeah, wrestling. Yeah, I missed out on what you guys said. What did you guys say about the wrestling?
Addie said Finlay, and I asked from which era.
All of them. Yeah, I mean, wrestling we could just do as a separate thing altogether for boys. That's where I got the term boy from. OSW Review. That's their term for when you got a guy that did not matter, but you love him anyways. That's your boy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much made up of boys. Like the people I like are only boys. They never amount to anything.
I don't know. You got some guy, like, I don't think RVD isn't a boy. RVD is not a boy.
Van Damme is the only one who ever went anywhere.
Goldberg.
Then
is
he got arrested and went to jail.
Oh yeah, Goldberg. That's right.
Jeff Hardy isn't a boy either.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, Jeff went to rehab. Hopefully.
Great Muda, not a boy.
Yeah, I'm thinking of like WWE. Because like outside of WWE, I suppose I have a lot more people who actually made it somewhere.
Out of those 4, 3 of them have been WWE champions.
That's true.
And And Muta right now is the key to WWE's push into Japan.
I always forget that Muda works for WWE now because it's so weird.
Yeah, it is. It's cool though because hopefully we're all praying for Muta as a legend in 2K24, right?
Yeah.
No, I want you to be unhappy.
Yeah, I know. Let me push in the opposite direction. Well, let me push in the opposite direction. Then we're gonna get We're gonna get 6 faces of Muta just to take up Pink's precious character slots.
No,
I
my
can't.
6 Nia Jax alternates, they're all gone. How can you do this?
No. Oh no! Wait.
Oh my God, Cactus Jack's
That's
gone.
too much. That's too much. We've gone too far. I won't be that cruel to Pink.
2K live streams. 2K live streams deleting the fights to Nia Jax and replacing them with Muda.
We need a Nia Jax variant where she's got Raquel's makeup face stuck on her fupa.
But yeah.
It was like the fucking Exorcist face on Nia Jax's crotch. It was amazing.
But yeah, like when I think of shit like that, I usually think of like, Fit Finley, Justin Gabriel, even Evan Bourne never fucking did anything. Well, Fit Finley actually made it somewhere. He's actually recognized as being good. The other two weren't really good, but
Finley never got pushed by any of the companies, but Finley is very significant to wrestling history. He trained all of the women wrestlers that you see now.
True.
Like Finley and like Natalia, Tyson Kidd, and Finley. Someone can correct me wrong if I'm wrong. Stephanie McMahon, Tyson Kidd, Natalia, Finley. Those are pretty well the 4 that are thought to be behind the women's revolution in WWE, correct?
I believe Goldust gets a little bit of credit to that as well, and probably 1 or 2 other names. But yeah, those are the really 4 pillars of the women's division of modern WWE.
Backstage.
True, backstage.
Yeah, not so much on screen.
Yeah, on screen, that's a whole different story. But yeah, those guys behind the scenes are why we have what we have today.
Speaking of which, wrestling, my boy, Tyson.
Good boy.
Yeah. Shelton, there's another one.
Yeah.
I think Shelton could be all 3 of us, our boy.
Absolutely.
Probably, yeah.
How can anyone not like Shelton Benjamin?
I don't know.
Man was amazing.
He was the gold standard.
Absolutely.
Here's a funny progression. Kofi Kingston used to be my boy, and then they put him into New Day.
And then you took him out of the boys slot.
Then we simultaneously he kicked himself out of it, and I also kicked him out.
Yeah, that was simultaneous.
Because
Kofi would have been one of my boys before New Day as well. Yeah.
What's crazy to me is that Kofi didn't win the championship until after he joined the New Day, and after the New Day was no longer relevant.
Yeah.
Well, how does that work?
Kofi's peak in terms of having real heat behind him and not being a joke character was the feud with Orton.
Yeah.
Which happened 10 years before Kofi won the world title.
Yeah.
And then there's Big E, who's just kind of been evergreen. He's the one guy out of the New Day that more or less is still like, yeah, he's still Big E.
Yeah.
Big E can do whatever he wants. That's fine.
Yeah, pretty well. Who's going to deny the ultimate man boobs?
I'm not going to be that guy.
You know, that little pec flex that some guys like to do where they make one bounce than the other. Big E could probably bludgeon somebody doing that.
If he can come back, that's going to be his new finish.
Yeah.
He just he does like the E Honda 100 hand slap, but it's with his boobs.
Yeah. Oh, okay, Pink, your boys. I feel like we probably have some solid guesses already.
Yeah,
Nia Jax has won the world title. She doesn't count.
she does not count, but you know who does count?
Oh no,
Arya Davari.
Oh, okay. I thought I was already looking at your boy or your girl in this case.
Oh yeah, my avatar currently. Yeah, that's pretty good. She'll come next, but I want to give a quick shout out to Arya Davari, one of my boys, one of my many boys.
For
Makes
about
it sound
5 minutes.
it makes it sound not so prestigious, but yeah, he's one of my boys, and one of my proudest moments in my storied, illustrious career as a fan was tweeting. I don't remember which roster it was, but I think it might have been 2K19. I remember going on to Twitter and posting, "All right, 2K games, you can have my money when you announce Arya Davari is on the roster." And Arya Davari retweeted my Twitter post.
Oh!
Yeah, so I'm world famous.
Yeah, that's how it works.
I'm just as famous as Arya Davari. That's how that works.
Yeah.
It's like that one time I got famous in Japan from posting Gundam.
Oh, excuse me. I do not remember this incident.
It happened on Twitter. I was modding Fallout 4, and I replaced the power armor with a Gundam. And the mod fucked up, so I posted 2 pictures of me figuring out how the mod working, and all of the I think it got a couple of retweets, but all of the retweets and likes were from Japanese accounts.
Yeah. Oh boy, that's good. Okay. Now, boys outside of wrestling. Let's see. Somehow, Addy, I feel like you and I both have like a couple boys from various anime, in part just because like that kind of anime that's popular, at least in the States, is the kind of anime where the main character gets all the love and the others get shit on, right?
Yeah, like let's go with the I don't know, whatever. You continue and then I'll chime in whenever.
Can I count Piccolo?
Yes.
Piccolo, he's a boy.
Yeah, Piccolo is a boy. I'd say I call Vegeta a boy because he always gets screwed out of the world title.
He does, yeah. I don't know. I would fight you on Vegeta though. Like Vegeta's not the guy, but Vegeta, like, if Goku needs to, if we're using wrestling terms here, if Goku needs to like pump up his championship numbers by trading it off with somebody, it's going to be Vegeta, right?
I don't know. I feel like that goes to like Frieza now.
I'm not. You know, I'm going to disqualify my own. I think Piccolo. I think I actually heard this newest Dragon Ball movie is superhero, right?
I don't know.
What?
I believe I heard the gimmick of the movie is the Goku and Vegeta are pretty well knocked out immediately, and it's Gohan and Piccolo that have to beat the villains. And I think I heard specifically that part of the movie was trying to show actually Gohan and Piccolo are just as strong as Goku and Vegeta. They've just been cheated out of their wins, which inherently means Piccolo is no longer a boy. Yeah. So,
okay,
fuck it, Tien.
Yeah, Tien.
Tien is definitely a boy. You can't dispute me on that one.
Tien is 100% a boy.
The boys, even more than Krillin and fucking Roshi now, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, Tien is more of a boy than Yamcha.
Yeah. I mean, right. Yamcha decided, fuck it, I'm just going to go be a baseball megastar.
Yeah. But here's a curveball. Is Beerus a boy?
Ooh.
Because technically he'd be the booker.
Yeah, Beerus is Vince.
So is Vince a boy? Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you could say Beerus is Russo. And Russo won the world title.
So did Vince.
Oh, that's right, he did. Neither of them are boys. No, I'm going to say Beerus isn't a boy.
Beerus is Bischoff.
I mean, out of the villains, like, if you want to say a boy out of the villains, I feel like you gotta go with the lame-o movie villains. Which, out of the movie villains, like, everyone would pick Broly or Janemba as their boy. But who was the hillbilly android? I feel like I'd pick him, the hillbilly trucker android, the Terry Bogard android.
Super Android 19.
Oh, boy. Which one? Was Android 19... Was Android 19 Dr. Zero?
I forget. I feel like the merging. I feel like aged up Android 17 is Android 19, but I forget.
No, that's Super Android 17.
Ah.
We might as well be speaking another language to Pink here.
Yeah. That's Mecha Shin Android 17.
Okay, out of the TV villains, there still are a couple boy picks. Nappa is a boy.
I suppose, yeah. Okay, Captain Ginyu.
Yeah. So I need to mention this to you real quick. So apparently a couple months ago, Fighter Z released a big patch where they nerfed the shit out of Lab Coat 21 and the Goku Vegeta fusions because they're all mega OP. Shock of shocks. Do you know who are considered the top tier characters right now?
Ginyu.
Ginyu is the toppest tier. Ginyu is considered the best character in the game.
Finally. Truth.
And you know who's also considered a really strong but difficult to play character?
Who?
Nappa.
Ah. Alright. Dragon Ball Z boy.
Yeah.
Shotgun Hillbilly.
I voted for Bush.
Yeah.
Oh, no, my marijuana patch. No, I mean my carrot patch. Holy shit, it's Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, no, wait. Holy shit, it's an alien. 3 lines, I can quote all of them.
Naruto, the series is made up of boys because no one ever gets to do shit.
Yeah, that one's actually way worse. Like that, like I bitch about the side cast in Dragon Ball not getting any love. Sweet Jesus, the Naruto side cast is just there.
Yeah, like I can list you boys right now. You know, Kiba, fucking, Shikamaru.
I remember.
No, Shikamaru
little...
gets the Intercontinental title, so he doesn't count.
Yeah, I remember when I was a little kid, Angara was like the biggest threat that was totally going to beat Naruto. And like now, what does Gara do?
Gara has slicked back hair, and he does politics.
Of course,
he does politics.
He became the president.
Tsunade is not a boy pick, is she? She got like a couple big bits. No.
Yeah, Tsunade got to be cool.
Yeah.
Similarly, Kakashi and Guy are also not boys because Guy actually like beat Madara.
Well, of course, the show blatantly just cheated on Madara's behalf because it had to. But yeah. Okay, well, the automatic Naruto boy for Minnie is Rock Lee, right?
I suppose so, yeah.
I
still can't believe that his son is called Iron Lee.
Killer Bee, boy or not?
No, I wouldn't say so because he gets to do like he's like the go-to other Tail the Beast user because Gara sucks, I guess. Fuck him.
Yeah. And it occurs to me I actually don't like a lot of the Naruto cast. Oh boy, because like yeah, it's Kakashi, Tsunade, Killer Bee.
Yeah, I have a couple more just because I had to watch the entire series with my mom. But fucking
who's the fat one that can turn into a giant? The fat kid that can turn into a giant.
Choji.
I'm picking him.
He's also not a boy.
Naruto boy. Oh, he got to do something cool at some point?
Yes, he had a kaiju fight.
Oh, god damn it. Alright, who's the blonde chick that does nothing?
I think she also gets something. I forget I think she has like a major point in the war where she takes over one of the enemy general's bodies or something like that.
Okay, who's the chick that the writer forgets that she exists?
That could be any of them.
Yeah, okay, yes, I'm aware this is an anime, and inevitably most of the female cast just gets forgotten. But by the way, hey, you want to guess what modern fighting game has the worst gender ratio?
Naruto.
Dragon Ball.
Oh,
It's a cast of almost 50 characters. There are 5 chicks on the roster.
I mean, there's 3 genders in Dragon Ball FighterZ. There's male, female, and Goku.
There are more Gokus than there are chicks.
Yes.
That is fucking bizarre. Not only that, out of the 5 chicks, 2 of them are the same chick because they're 2 Android 21s.
Yeah.
And 2 of the chicks don't actually do much of the fighting themselves. They spend many of their moves are calling on an assist. Because much of 18's moveset is just calling on 17 to help. And much of Vidal's moveset is just calling on Gohan to help.
I haven't seen Vidal's moveset, but I'm assuming that's not Gohan. That's the Great Saiyaman.
Well, we're kayfabing it, huh?
But yeah, yeah, my boys from Naruto like shoot or Hidan, fucking Deidara, Kiba, and Shino. Those guys don't do shit.
You can tell those are some hard boy picks because I don't know who any of those like Kina and Shibo are giving me like some kind of like they're almost ringing a bell.
Kiba is the guy with the dog that can shadow clone transform into him. He fights Naruto and Naruto beats him by farting in his nose.
Is he on the same team with the
Neji
guy
and
with
fucking hell, Temten?
Tenten, that's my pick for boy because that's the one that I think the dude always forgets.
Yes. You are correct.
I'd also be tempted to pick Neji or Hinata as boys, but they both also probably got to do something cool at some point.
No, Neji is definitely a boy. Neji's major contribution to the series was dying.
Yeah, that's right. No, well, Neji's major contribution to the series is having a sister that takes Naruto's dick.
Yeah. No, not a sister or cousin.
Oh! That's right. Yeah, that was the whole deal. That's why Neji hates her. Oh, you know what? I actually I remember this now. I'm taking back Neji. He's not my boy pick. I'm now remembering that he's a huge piece of shit.
Yeah, in part 1 he's a huge piece of shit, and in part 2 he's a cool guy, and then he does nothing, and then he dies.
Oh, who's the creepy oh shit! What's
Akatsuki?
the dudes in the coats?
Yeah, Akatsuki.
Akatsuki. Who's the creepy Akatsuki guy that like he's made out of bugs?
Made out of bugs. Zetsu? Does he have half black face?
Okay, maybe he wasn't Akatsuki. Who's the dude? There's some dude like who covers up his face and he's made out of bugs.
Covers up his face. I mean, that just sounds like Shino.
Okay, who's Shino?
He's in a team with Hinata and someone else. I forget who. He controls bugs. He wears.
I think I liked him. Oh Jesus! It's been a decade since I've beaten our Ultimate Ninja Storm 3.
Like he's the only guy that I remembered who controls bugs. So unless there was a person from like a filler that you somehow saw and I didn't, which is it's more unrealistic because you didn't watch the show than because I would have seen the fillers. Cause fuck them. But anyway, yeah. They either Hidan or Hidan. I don't know. The game pronounces it Hidan. I've heard it mostly said as Hidan. So whatever. Like I like them because they're evil. More or less. Deidara has a funny story arc where he's fighting Sasuke, and he's just a lunatic. Yeah.
Is Datara the one with the mouths and he makes bomb pigeons?
Yes, that's the guy.
Okay.
He's also voiced by Roger Craig Smith, but I've never heard his portrayal of the character because I watched the series subbed. But yeah, so I like that guy because he steals Gara at the start of the start of the second half of the series, I suppose. But yeah, he steals Deidara, does nothing, dies to Sasuke, comes back from the dead, fights Sasuke again, dies. He blows himself up both times, I think. It's great.
Yeah, yeah, he was right. They did that whole thing where they brought everyone back as zombies, and there were zombies Abuza and shit.
Yeah.
And out of the big three of anime, like Dragon Ball, Naruto, there's plenty of boys. One Piece, there's not much boy pickability, just simply because that's the one that famously gives a lot of love to all the cast. Like Luffy is not the only one who's the spoiled baby of the bunch.
Bleach boys, go. Con.
Dude, I don't know anything about Bleach, and don't Bleach or Yu Yu Hakusho or any of those ones, or what's the one where the dude turns into a fox?
That's Naruto.
Okay, the other one. He's got the long white hair.
Oh, Inuyasha.
Yeah, I don't know anything about any of those. Like, once you get beyond the big three, like my knowledge is like limited to Attack on Titan, which again, no boys.
Now that's the thing. Like, the big three over here was Bleach, Naruto, and Dragon Ball because One Piece wasn't localized.
Okay. Now here.
Yeah, let me
the one.
Let me send you an image of this guy because I think I think it's funny that this is a character that exists. So Bleach overall is, about like I don't really even know, like it's about like fighting for people's souls, I suppose, and shit. And I'm waiting for Discord to allow me to send the picture. But yeah, that's just and it's once again it's like all about the people, fucking being very like serious about like fighting for souls, and we need to save these people, and I need to save my friends. I need to go to hell. I need to go to Spanish hell specifically to save my friend who was kidnapped and kidnapped to Spanish hell. There's also this guy.
Okay.
What the heck is that?
That's Kon.
It's amazing.
Here's another image. Like this is this kind of summarizes why I love him. Let's hope that image loads. It does not load.
.avif. I have never seen that image format in my life.
Okay, we'll try another way.
Print screen is a wonderful key.
Well, I don't need print screen. I have Mozilla Firefox screenshot tool.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, he's got a flat head?
Yeah, he's a plushie that's inhabited by a ghost.
I see.
Amazing.
Okay, I shall send this image, and give the context of where I found it because it completes it. This image is from.
There we go.
This image is titled "Kon Heroes Wiki."
Alrighty then. That's always a thing when you look up characters that, like, how many times do you look up a specific fictional character and you're looking for the wiki on the series, but you accidentally click on villain wiki or hero wiki first?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just like, oh, god damn it!
Uh-huh.
Like, it's especially a bad thing with obscure comic book characters, right? Like, okay, let's learn about this obscure comic villain. Oh, villain wiki. God damn it. Okay, but in terms of, wrestling, we said that's one where there's going to be a lot of boys. Comic books. A lot of boys.
Lots of boys.
Yeah. And that's a funny one, because there's also an argument to be had of, like, okay, is a boy potential if he hasn't been relevant in 50 years?
Good question.
Because that one, I know that, like, Pink, if that's a possibility, I know that you're going to answer somebody like Black Knight or Swordsman.
Yeah.
I guess my favorite.
Which, I mean, Swordsman and Black Knight have now popped up in the MCU. They just haven't become their true identities yet.
This is true. And I'd forgotten Black Knight was in the MCU because I still have not seen Eternals.
Hey, guess what? Black Knight's the only cool part of that movie, and he's only in it for 2 scenes, and he doesn't actually do anything. It's just cool that he's a nice guy and not a huge douchebag on a cast full of douchebags. I don't know, even though I was annoyed by Kit Harington's performance in the last couple seasons of Game of Thrones, I somehow feel like him playing Black Knight as a cool, friendly dude is going to work out. I don't know. Assuming he does get to ever play him at some point.
In a better movie, hopefully.
Yeah. Whew, okay, Addy, I know you must have some oddball comic boys.
Cloak and Dagger.
No! God damn it!
Why?
You can't say that!
We didn't bring Gog in here!
Has he been talking about them?
Gog, for some reason, loves Cloak out of... Dagger out of Cloak and Dagger, specifically.
I really like her costume.
What? God damn it. Like, to me, that's just...
I need to check which one's which, because there's so much boys that I forget. But...
Well, Dagger's the chick, and her power, correct me if I'm wrong, is that her daggers make you good. Isn't that it?
Yes, I think so.
I think that was a thing way back in the past.
See, that's a stupid thing to write as a power for a character, because that just breaks everything. Like, shouldn't Dagger be our new justice system?
See,
just take people into court, and, like, she just stabs them, and they're like, oh, hey, you're good now, and they just set them free.
See, I like Cloak more from Cloak and Dagger.
Oh, Cloak's cool. That's always the thing with Cloak and Dagger, is that I think everybody can agree, like, okay, if you're a comic book fan, if you've read comic books, like Pink and I have, you know that Cloak and Dagger are a pain in the ass because Marvel has been trying to push them for 40 years, and they've not been working at all. Like, Cloak and Dagger are the 2014 to 2019 Roman Reigns, right?
Yeah.
Like, this isn't working. Stop. But they won't. But, just like with 2014 to 2019 Roman Reigns, you can see there's a kernel in there of like, okay, there's something about this that works. They just need to change everything else. This could be hype, but it really needs someone to come in with a wildly different interpretation of these characters. Like, Cloak, that does seem like a cool power set. But, like, how much of the gimmick here is just supposed to boil down to, like, social commentary of it being a white chick and a black dude that are best friends, right?
Yeah. But yeah, like, the problem for me with comics, boys, is that a lot of them got picked up recently. So, like, I like Cloak and Dagger. Apparently, there's a series of theirs coming out, I guess.
Oh, it's out and it did nothing. They're still boys. Don't you worry. Similarly, even though the Runaways got a TV show, I'm still going to pick all of the Runaways as boys.
Yeah. But yeah, like, I like Iron Fist.
Still a boy, don't worry.
All right. Let's see who the Booster Gold. Booster
has not appeared in any TV shows or movies yet, so still a boy.
No, but he actually has like done shit in the past like 50 years, hasn't he?
Oh, Booster's been discreetly very important to the DC mythology for decades, but he's never been a star.
Okay, I guess he counts then. What about the Bat Knight?
Like
Aside from canceling the fucking Brave and the Bold.
Pink, wasn't Booster the main hero of 52? Not new 52, the original 52.
52, yes. 50. Who were the major players of 52? It was Booster Gold, Superman, obviously.
I thought part of the gimmick of 52 was that the big three weren't in it.
No, yeah, that's right, because that was when they killed off Question, my boy.
Renee Montoya, speaking of.
Yes.
Who else? 52 picked some weird main characters. That was part of the whole gimmick, of course.
Right. It's there's
I'm pulling it up.
There's somebody I know. There's somebody on the tip of my tongue. It's like I can physically see them in my brain, but my brain is also telling me no. You don't know who it is.
Adam Strange. Okay, Wikipedia's listed main characters. Let's hope Wikipedia's accurate on this.
Yeah.
Adam Strange, Animal Man. Of course, it's written by Grant. It was partly written by Grant Morrison. Of course, Animal Man's there.
Right.
Oh, right. 52 was the debut of the Kate Kane Batwoman.
Okay, I wanted to say Batwoman, but I wasn't sure on that.
Oh, 52 was Black Adam and his family. Oh, yeah. Whoops.
Womp womp.
I mean, it's now a vital element of Black Adam's story, but who? Oh, right. 52 was Elongated Man's adventures after his wife became a huge murderer.
Oh, yeah.
Will Magnus? Dr. Will Magnus? Oh, the dude that made the Metal Man. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Bruno Mannheim, the Intergang dude. Starfire, Steel, The Science Squad, and Infinity Incorporated? I've never heard of either of those two.
I know what Infinity Incorporated is, but I have no idea what it is. The other one I don't think I've ever heard of.
The Science Squad was the team of Veronica Cale, Dr. Death. Holy shit, if you remember that character.
Steve Williams?
Yeah.
Yes. Dan Hansen was also there.
Dr. Sivana. Okay, we know who Dr. Sivana is. IQ, T.O. Morrow, the dude that made Amazo.
Yeah.
Dr. Time and Robbie Reed. They're commanded by Egg Foo. Oh, Egg Foo!
Delightful.
Oh, no! Right! Yeah, I remember that. The 52, Grant Morrison wanted to make Egg Foo a character. Because it's Grant fucking Morrison. Of course he does. Like, you could flash the dumbest 1950s comic book bullshit in front of Grant Morrison, and Grant Morrison would just whip out a computer like, I gotta, it's hype! Oh, Egg Foo. My god, I forgot about that character. Simultaneously incredibly stupid and also incredibly racist. Oh, okay. Okay, Infinity Incorporated. Okay, I've never heard of this team before. Infinity Incorporated. Okay, they're like a follow-up to Justice Society. Like Power. Okay, I see Power Girl, Huntress, Jade, Obsidian, some other jabronis. Who cares about those guys? But the four characters I mentioned are important.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, that's bizarre. I need to read 52 at some point.
All right, but to read the real boys of boys, the fucking mites. Like Batmite and Supermite, I think existed at one point.
Would he though? Because Mr. Mexi Pitlick is Superman's Batmite.
I forget then who else had a mite, but yeah, someone else aside from Batman had a mite.
I'll pull it up.
Those guys, the chimp detective that runs around with fucking Constantine, I think.
Well, for a little bit, they had a super detective team. It was Super Chimp. It was Batman. It was Martian Manhunter. It was the Question. I forget if Constantine was on that team.
Speaking of, I guess Martian Manhunter counts as a boy as much as I want him not to.
Oh, that one's a good argument to be had. Yeah.
But yeah, Constantine.
Yeah, Constantine's very much a boy for me. Yeah.
Who else? I had come up with others. Shit. Zatanna.
Ooh. Pink, are Martian Manhunter and Zatanna boys or girls in Zatanna's case?
I don't know. They're kind of skirting the line there.
Yeah. They're both definitely they're both definitely bigger stars than Booster.
Let's see who has Plastic Man.
Oh, yeah, that's a good pick.
I'd also say Blue Beetle, but I'm pretty sure at this point Blue Beetle stopped being a boy.
Beetle, well, again, it depends on which Beetle you're talking. And even then, Jaime's movie was notoriously kind of a bomb.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd consider either Blue Beetles high profile at all, to be quite honest. As much as I would like it.
We all love Ted Kord here. Ted Kord's most famous moment in the comics easily is getting shot in the face.
Yeah.
Like the boyest boy that was taken from me though, I guess in all of comics would be Rocket.
Yeah, no, definitely not a boy anymore, Rocket. There's several Guardians that are still boy picks, but Rocket is not one of them. No, you do not know.
Like,
well, on several levels, no.
I don't even remember like most of the things about Star Fox. I just really remember that he might have been a Guardian at one point, and he definitely had some relevance in like the 70s. And that's it.
Well, back when his gimmick was primarily it was Thanos' brother, but now if you talk about Star Fox, the two things people are going to think of is, one, oh, his superpower is just rape. And two, the fact that he is now in the MCU, he was there in the Eternals post-credits scene, played by that dude from One Direction.
Which one? Milk?
The one that cross dresses.
That doesn't help. I don't know any of them.
The one that's more famous than the others now that One Direction split up.
Pink help.
I don't know what any of these things are.
Good.
The dude, Pink, you'd know him as the dude that played Star Fox in Eternals.
But I haven't seen Eternals.
Oh, god damn it.
I didn't even know Star Fox was in Eternals.
Yeah, he is in the post-credits scene.
Oh my god, spoilers.
Eat shit. Oh, fuck it. All right. Let me hit my comic book boys before we get to Pink, because I have a strong feeling Pink's going to have some real picks.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can pick Red Hood.
I wouldn't call him a boy. Like maybe before they brought his corpse back for the 5th time.
Yeah, can't pick Red Hood. Let's see. Ooh, I know there's got to be several in the X-Men. Forge is a boy. I know there's got to be an X-Men villain I can take as a boy. I'm certainly spoiled for choice there. Black Tom. That's a boy.
Good
Juggernaut isn't, but Black Tom is.
Good pick.
I don't know who these people are, so I'm just imagining it's just a black guy named Tom.
Welcome to the central
named Tom.
Welcome to the central gag of his character in Deadpool 2.
Wait, he was in Deadpool 2?
Yes! He's the dude. He's the white dude with dreadlocks that Deadpool meets in prison. And he's named Black Tom, and Deadpool keeps saying that it's problematic that he's called Black Tom when he's a white dude. And Deadpool kills him almost from the jump, so you pretty well don't get to see him, which is why I still consider him a boy, even though he was in a very successful comic book movie.
Yeah.
Who? Okay, there's got to be some weird picks from DC, because DC always brings the weird picks. Can I still take Black Manta? Is Black Manta still a boy?
He's a loser, so I'm not sure why you want to take him, but sure, I'll allow it.
What? He's had enough cool scenes. I don't give a shit. Like, no matter who you are, that scene of him working in the fish shop, seeing on the news that Aquaman is still alive, and just instantly going from gentle fish butcher to kills everyone and walks into the ocean, no matter what, that's a winner for anybody, right?
I like to.
That is a scene that instantly takes you from loser to winner.
I like to imagine that the Black Manta wasn't introduced before that scene, so he's just a random fisherman that starts killing people.
Yeah, that also kind of works. Oh, you know, we already put together Comic Book Boy Stables, didn't we? In the text channels.
This is true.
Hang on, I'm going to look it up. I'm just going to steal from my own notes. Okay, let's see. Hang on, let me get to the end there. Yeah, let's see. Where was the end of the Boy Stable draft? I forgot. Gog picked Paul.
Paul?
Paul! Addy, you know who Paul is.
I know who Paul is.
Okay, just to go ahead and cut myself and Pink off for some of our boys. When we picked the boy stables, my boys that I picked were Orion. Still gonna pick that. Jimmy Olsen, still I'm gonna pick that. Calculator, the newer one, not the original Goofy Silver Age version. It was literally a walking calculator. The original White Wolf, back when White Wolf was T'Challa's adopted white brother and not just Bucky.
Yeah.
And Jason Todd, which now I think we can dispute that. Pink, your picks were Big Barda, good pick. Dick Ryder, good pick.
Excellent.
All the other Novas.
The entire Nova Corps.
And the question. Wait, and you couldn't choose for your final pick. You couldn't choose between Booster Gold or Black Cat.
I remember that.
Which, I mean, all of us make Booster Gold as boy pick, right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
I just remember the other boy in Calendar Man.
Oh, Calendar Man. Yeah, Calendar Man. Batman's got a lot of lame Silver Age villains that nonetheless had moderately cool takes later on, but still didn't go on to be stars.
Yeah.
Not everyone got to have that Mr. Freeze turnaround.
I also just like that Batman's Rogue Gallery. But not Batman's, I guess. It's just DC's. I think both of these are DC characters. But DC's Rogue Gallery includes Calendar Man and Condiment King. I think.
Yeah. I'm going to make a similar pick to Calendar Man. Calendar Man was turned around by the Long Halloween. But another animated series turnaround. Also, you could throw out there Clock King. That's a cool gimmick. A bank robber who is the master of just timing everything perfectly. Why did my brain just replace a P word with another P word? That could have been bad. Planning everything penously.
Pardon me?
I got something on the mind. Yeah, Clock King. What, did the Fantastic Four have a villain that's also, like, super similar to Clock King, where it's just all built around, like, he can perfectly time everything?
Probably.
Like, wasn't that the original gimmick for the Thinker?
I'm inclined to believe yes.
Who Fantastic Four's got some boys as well.
Speaking of Fantastic Four boys, my mind immediately went to like he's not my boy, but he's someone's boy. Fucking cyborg robot Human Torch.
Oh shit! What's his name?
I wouldn't know.
What was the name of? His name wasn't Jim Raynor, was it?
Say that again, because I spaced out for a second there, because something happened. What's our boy next now?
We're trying to remember what the name was of the Human Torch robot.
Oh, Jim Hammond.
Jim Hammond. Okay, I thought he was Jim Raynor. That's a different character. Jim Raynor was the main dude from StarCraft. Good work, Brain. Oh, okay. Here's an argument. Can I pick as a boy Surfer?
Silver Surfer.
He's only been in one movie, and it was a fucking Garbo movie that nobody watched.
That's a fair point. To me, he's kind of in that Martian Manhunter role where it's very close to being a boy, but sometimes there's just sometimes where I'd be kind of tilting the other way to where he's just a bit too much to be considered a boy.
It also gets into the thing of like, are we going to say they're a star in the comics, or do they have to be transcendent? Right. It's not as clean as with wrestling. With wrestling, you can pretty well just say, like, if they got a world title, they're not a boy. You know?
Right. Because, like, Storm, absolute star in the comics. If I were to tell the average Joe who's only seen the movies that Storm is my boy, they've got no argument against it. She sucks in the films.
Yeah, absolutely. She's the most, like, Storm, I think I've said before, Storm and Bane, the two comic characters who are awesome in the comics. And in every single adaptation, they are the lamest ever.
Yep.
In a similar regard, Cyclops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cyborg.
There is Cyborg. Cyborg?
Yeah, it depends on when. Like before they decided to fucking push him in the comics.
See, yeah, I'm also not a fan of Justice League Cyborg, but Teen Titans Cyborg was awesome. The cartoon.
Yeah, I love
Teen
him.
Titans Cyborg. All the Titans in the cartoon were awesome.
Yeah.
Let's just move on to Pink. Let's let Pink hit his boy, because I know he's got a couple stocked up.
My boys? Alright. So, there's one really, really obscure character from the Marvel Comics Thunderbolts team, circa around 2003, 4, 5-ish, called Joystick. What are their powers?
Boy.
Yeah, what are their powers? I couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you whatsoever.
We're entering big wheel territory.
Yeah, they wield energy truncheons, and the character is an adrenaline junkie, so she'd only be happy to actually stop crimes if she was properly enthused at the trial of it all.
Wasn't there a Batman villain like this?
Probably. I don't know. I don't read Batman. He's a nerd.
I feel like Pink could pull out boys just by naming off literally anyone who's not Spawn from Spawn.
Well, Spawn. Hey, I can name a couple from Spawn, but like Pink's in a special position here. We're like, Addy, you've read a good couple comics. I've read a lot of comics. Pink has read a shit ton of comics. Pink is in a power position. He could make up characters, and we wouldn't dispute him. As a matter of fact, Pink could probably make up characters, and my response would be like, "Oh yeah, I remember him."
I also like Shit Man. He's my favorite superhero.
I gotta mention, Pink mentioning Thunderbolts did remind me. I'm gonna make a pick. Beetle, both the original Abner Jenkins and Tombstone's daughter, both of those Beetles.
Good deal, because Beetle is on my list as well. Big fan of Beetle.
When I was a kid, I had a Beetle action figure, and I thought it was the coolest. I was confused why he wasn't more of a significant Spider-Man villain, because that's such a sick design.
Yeah. Really, just a bunch of the core characters of the Thunderbolts. I could probably just say the Thunderbolts are my boy because that team really never made it off the ground to a significant standard.
You can't say Zemo anymore. I think Zemo's a transcendent star.
True. Zemo's the biggest success of them all. You know, Captain America villain, Thunderbolts leader, and then highly successful in the MCU now as well. It's great. Love to see it.
The best, worst dancer of all time.
Absolutely. Yeah. Joystick, Beetle, and Songbird. I'm a big fan of Songbird. Outside of the Thunderbolts, let's move over to the Fantastic Four. Nova. Not Dick Ryder. Not... Oh god, what's his name?
Sam Alexander.
Sam Alexander.
Oh, the
Frankie Ray.
Yeah, the Herald.
Yep. Herald of Galactus. That Nova existed for all of, 5 years, maybe? At the same time when they were forgetting that they already had a Nova?
Yeah, and they had a... Was she around at the same time as the Herald that Spider-Man beat the shit out of?
Yes. Mr. Firelord.
Firelord. Yeah. Yeah, that's a name that gets you a beating.
I also remember the boy. Just now.
Don't say 8-Ball.
Black Canary.
Ooh, that's Martian Manhunter Silver Surfer territory.
Yeah. I honestly, I put Black Canary over Green Arrow in most cases.
I think most of us would. Look, Black Canary also gets to be a Batman character. Arrow doesn't.
Yeah. He's just a knockoff Batman character.
Yeah. Like the only times they can make Arrow an interesting, not just Batman, is when they focus on how intensely liberal he is. That's it.
How intensely he's not Batman.
Yeah.
Fuck. What was the name of the Ghost Man?
Ooh.
Deadman?
Maybe.
Which, yeah, you've just found two of my boys.
Deadman or Spectre?
Well, hang on. Not just Deadman and Spectre. Gentleman Ghost.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, almost all the villains from Brave and the Bold are boys.
Facts.
But especially Gentleman Ghost. Gentleman Ghost is the fucking coolest.
Honestly, all of these, but I was thinking of Deadman when I shouted him out.
Deadman's awesome. Deadman's one of my favorite underrated DC heroes, definitely.
Yeah.
Granny Goodness, there's a boy. I'm not even joking. That's a character that just hasn't been adapted properly yet, but if she was adapted, that would be a character that stuck with people.
Yeah. I remember way back in the day when there was supposed to be a New Gods movie in development, and it never happened. Maybe for the better, but I don't know. Kind of would have liked to see something like that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm tempted to throw out a joke instead of like, you know, my favorite superhero, Aunt May.
You know, Ultimate Aunt May got shit done.
That's a fact.
I mean, either way,
Wasn't one of the villains beat just because Ultimate Aunt May threatened them with a gun?
I don't know. That probably happened.
616 Aunt May has beaten a few villains.
Yes.
She rather famously beat Chameleon.
Yes.
I mean, the thing with Aunt May though is that like I don't think she counts as a boy.
May's too powerful. She's not boy status anymore.
Aunt May is in the similar category as Alfred. We're like, well, they're a side character, not really a superhero, but they're like the most famous, popular comic book side characters ever.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Aunt May's taken the Intercontinental title a couple of times, but not the world yet.
I think Alfred's been world champ a couple times.
Alfred,
he's been interim world champion.
Yeah,
several times.
Alfred took the championship in Injustice, and they dropped it right after.
Well, yeah, in terms of actually getting wins over big guys, yeah, Alfred's beat Superman, and Alfred killed Penguin in one story. He just shot him.
You don't mess around with Alfred.
No! Alfred shot the Predator!
I wish Alfred got his own comics.
Alfred is such a lethal weapon of mass destruction. Batman has to leave him in the cave while he goes out to fight crime.
Yes, actually. Like, if you ever played... Okay, have either of you guys played Telltale's Batman?
Yes.
I have not. I think I own it. Not.
There are a couple times where Alfred advises Batman, like, Master Wayne, maybe you should consider breaking your no-kill policy on this one. I don't know. Alfred, no. Alfred, yes.
I like to imagine that like on top of main Wayne Mansion there's this large glass dome that says break in case of emergency.
Alfred in, like, it's at Alfred's arsenal of guns. Every now and then you just see Alfred slobbering on the glass.
Yeah.
They've definitely shown in the comics a few times that Alfred has guns hidden all over Wayne Manor.
Wayne Manor is actually just a large mech that Alfred drives around.
Can I mention one of my favorite silly things that I kind of like with Rebirth? Is that there's a couple times where Alfred had to leave the cave to help somebody, and it would drive the Batmobile out. But obviously, he can't go out as Alfred. Because then it would be like, why is Bruce Wayne's butler driving the Batmobile? This is kind of suspicious. So Alfred has his own much skinnier version of the Batsuit that he just takes.
Nice.
Which, you know, I have to imagine it leaves journalists like, why is Batman skinnier and now has a mustache?
I mean, considering there's like 15 Batman. I don't think they care anymore.
Fuck it, a couple of years ago, Gordon was Batman for a minute. That was weird.
Like I like to imagine that at this point, Batman sightings are just like weather reports. They go, it's gonna be sunny in this part of Gotham. If there's a new Batman, they just continue.
Okay. Remember that stretch of the comics where it had been exposed that Matt Murdock was the Daredevil? So the trick he figured out was getting Iron Fist to run around as Daredevil for a little bit while he was just Matt Murdock.
Yeah.
Imagine if Matt Murdock got every superhero in New York to agree to be Daredevil for a couple months.
Yeah. Wait, didn't
look? It's Daredevil web swinging through the sky.
Did Daredevil and Spider-Man not swap roles for a brief period in time?
I feel like, yeah, if he gave Daredevil his web shooters, they probably could have pulled it off, yeah. Like, obviously, Daredevil doesn't have the strength the super strength Spider-Man has, but other than that, those two are actually kind of interchangeable in many ways.
Peter gives Matt the web slingers. Matt makes Peter blind.
Yeah. Every time I think of Daredevil's blindness in relation to Spider-Man, I think of that bit with Daredevil and Spider-Man fighting off whatever villains. And what was the name of the villain? Blind Spot or something? Going up and touching Daredevil and going, "Ha-ha, Daredevil, you are now blind! Quickly, everybody get him!" And Spider-Man just says, "Oh boy, Blind Spot, you're not having a good day, bud."
But yeah, this also reminded me of how they made Nightcrawler Spider-Man for some reason. I still haven't. Yeah.
What about the tail? Does he just coil it up inside the suit?
No,
he got like just punched up in his ass.
No, it comes out the ass. Like it's very obviously fucking Nightcrawler in the Spider-Man outfit.
How fucking stupid are New Yorkers that they don't notice that Spider-Man now has a devil tail and like. I forget, was that... Didn't Nightcrawler have weird hands and feet?
Yes, he's got...
Digitigrade, I think.
Yeah, he's just got the 2 fingers and a thumb on his hand.
I couldn't remember if that was...
the freaky little tri-toes.
I couldn't remember if that was just a thing in the movies.
Nope, that's a thing in the comics.
Okay, like, are New Yorkers just that stupid that they don't notice that Spider-Man now has a tail? And you know what? Actually, there's a Spider-Man running around with 4 arms for a while. I rescind.
That's a joke I was about to make. With the New Yorkers, I've seen Spider-Man swinging around with multiple arms in a Carnage suit. He's been turned into a lizard at one point. Probably werewolf as well, because everyone turns into werewolf sooner or later. Just a rite of passage, honestly.
Remember when Spider-Man was black goo and had tentacles? Anyways.
There you go. There's the image of Nightcrawler Spider-Man.
Hang on, let's look. You know, I kind of like that.
Yo, no, I like it. This is like 2 heroes that I like, just merged, but...
It kind of looks like a better version of Miles' suit.
Yes.
Because it is. Miles' suits are always crappy.
Have you seen the one from near the end of Spider-Man 2?
Oh no! Don't mention the Adidas suit. We don't need to see the Adidas suit.
Yes, I've seen it. Miles Morales has never had a good suit, contrary to Ben Reilly, who never had a bad suit.
I like the fan cannon.
Just the universe maintaining balance.
I like the fan cannon that the Adidas suit is just them keeping bad taste in the family. Cause Prowler made bad music and Miles makes bad outfits.
Oh, that whole Prowler side quest was hilarious. Like, okay, I get that it's supposed to be like, hey, we know what it's like to be on the street and cultured, and I'm just like, who does this? No one does this. I have never heard of anyone trying to make music out of subway noises.
Oh, I have. He's my music teacher. I had to make music for him actually yesterday.
Is he a fucking super thief by night?
I don't know, but he's shown me a recording of his dad's music, but because they both make contemporary music is what they call it, I think, and it was just like it was literally recordings of train sounds with no rhythm.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I got a big wheel pick. Night Thrasher.
Good pick.
Like, if they should put him in the MCU and make him as deliberately 90s as possible.
Yeah.
And he's a young man, if not a teenager, so he's just inexplicable. Why is he this way? No, he's a teenager, but he's got posters on the wall. I wish I was born in the 90s.
Born in the wrong decade.
I was born 10 years too late. Like, all of his scenes have, like, got Run DMC or Beastie Boys playing.
Yeah.
Well, I think we could probably call this a podcast. We hit a lot of well, you know, actually, we only did wrestling and comic books and anime. All right, anyone got any boys from outside of the usual boy stable material? Movies, TV shows, video games. The nothing characters, but yeah, that's my boy.
Bebe
Addy,
from
challenge
Persona 3.
mode, no fighting games.
Bebe from Persona 3.
Who?
Bebe, the French student.
Oh, right, I never played that Social Link.
Ah.
See, you said Baby from Persona 3. I was thinking, like, are you referring to a song? Are you saying the battle song is your boy?
Man's Destruction is my boy.
Yeah. Not even like the song itself. Fuck it, just the intro, just the chick going baby, 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 baby.
Yeah. No, like when it comes to songs in Persona 3, my actual boy is Deep Breath, Deep Breath. But
I love Burn My Bread. Either of the versions of it, especially the shitty rap version.
Yeah. I only like that one.
God bless Lotus Juice. He's stupid as hell.
If memory serves, no, that was Mass Destruction, where he told the story of how Mass Destruction's lyrics came to be, which is he was literally handed a page of English lyrics that made no sense, and then he went, "Fuck, how do I work with this?" So he rearranged a bit of it to try and make it make more sense. But you know, there's only so much you can do in like 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's one of those great things about Persona 3, 4, and 5. Generous helping of... What's the word? Whatever. Generous helping of questionable English in all the music.
Yeah. Which, like, you know, to you that's like jarring and shit. I like that because I grew up in it. Like that's all around me. That's just a part of European culture and also Japanese, I guess. It's just everywhere where there's no English, English is cool. So
yeah, that's it. One of my favorite Persona things is that Mitsuru, in the English version, Mitsuru speaks a little bit of French, and that's supposed to be exotic and cool. In Japan, she speaks a little bit of English.
Oh, so what you're telling me is I need to play through Portable with the Japanese dub.
Yeah, and I believe that Mitsuru will say several battle dialogues will be like "excellent" and throwing other weird English words in just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Boys.
We're looking for a good time.
Yeah, there you go. I was wondering, is somebody going to pick that up? Okay. Red Dead Redemption, Nastas. Addy, do you remember Nastas?
Perhaps? Who was he?
The cool Native American dude who just wanted peace.
Ah, yes, him.
Yeah. Who gets some of my favorite dialogues in the game with Professor McDougal. Hello, Nastas! We come from far! We bring peace! Yeah, Professor McDougal, I was raised on a reservation with a school. I speak English just fine. Oh, okay.
Alright, let's see. Boys.
Everyone's got their one favorite GTA mission giver. I know that.
And
not necessarily GTA.
Loved Ryder in San Andreas. What a weirdo.
Yeah. Everyone's a buster.
See, my favorite, my specifically GTA. My favorite GTA quest giver is Woozy.
Yeah, Woozy was also pretty great.
The
moments where Woozy is driving.
I don't know. I just love the I just love the moments where you just walking on him and he's just playing a video game.
Yeah. You do know I'm black, right? I'm blind, Carl, not stupid.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, salty crab. Old salty crab. Old salty crab from Sleeping Dogs.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's something to be said. Another oddball boy. This is gonna be a real weird pick for boy from Sleeping Dogs, but Dog Eyes. There's something magical about making a villain, a character that is just so over the top, despicable in every way, where it's just like every word that comes out of this guy's mouth just oozes, I am humongous douchebag. You cannot wait to put a hole in my head.
Yeah. I mean, he even wears a fedora.
Yeah. A fedora and a wife beater and steroid, super veiny steroid muscles.
There's this character whose name I don't remember. From the what was it? They called it The Last Jedi, but that's not right. The Star Wars game. The one I'm trying to review.
Fallen Order?
Yeah, Fallen Order. That has like Drizzt, I think, something like that.
Yeah, that sounds like a Star Wars.
The thing is, he has a full name, but I only remember that character as just these nuts. So, but he's great. He's the, but yeah, he's the pilot. He's great. He's not Rocket Raccoon. You see.
I see.
Sean Hastings.
Sean Hastings. Who is? Oh yeah, the dude from AC.
Yeah, he hates Desmond. Like that man went through the same character arc as I did.
Onion Knight from Dark Souls.
Sure.
Dark Souls 1 or 3, both of them. They're both big, lovable, fat guys that just want to be happy and they just give you encouragement. Which in Dark Souls world, that's quite the character to have around. And they wear big, stupid, onion-shaped armor. It's great.
Yeah. Magoichi Saika.
Who?
Magoichi Saika from Sengoku Basara, the gender flip character where she took the mantle because the actual Magoichi Saika died. She has a shotgun and an SMG, an Uzi. In warring states era Japan. She also has an RPG, I think.
Okay, then.
Fucking Buster from Yakuza. I forget his full name.
Okay, I said no boys from fighting games, but I'm curious if this one is shared. Because when I was a kid, I thought this character was the coolest, and I still do. And he's only popped up a couple times. Soul Calibur, Revenant.
Yeah!
Revenant! He's a skeleton!
It doesn't get any cooler than that.
He's a skeleton, but he's got real nice fancy clothes.
He's a dapper young chap.
Like, almost all of the little side characters you could fight in Soul Calibur 3's arcade mode are...
Yeah, Okadan.
Okadan! He's an owl! Why? Yeah, Okadan and Edgemaster, those were the cool ones for the plays all styles. Then conversely, like, Killick as Edgemaster, Charade, I mean, kind of neat idea that he's a weird puppet monster made out of pieces, but like, nah, he's just kind of lame.
Let's see. I'm still trying to think of outside of fighting games, because in fighting games, it's like 90% of the people I like not named Akuma. But
yeah, fighting games, you're spoiled for boy choices. But like, oh my god, Tekken. Like, yeah. Tekken. There are 6 characters that matter in Tekken. Everyone else is a boy.
I mean, even in other games like Guilty Gear, all right, Slayer, Bike, and Johnny and Chip don't do fuck all, so they're all boys.
Yeah.
Like at least Chip, Slayer, and Johnny get one scene where they hold off Robo-Kai, an army of Robo-Kai, and that's it.
Well, that's an odd one though, because like they're not significant, but none of them are losers. Well, Chip's a loser, but like Slayer, Johnny, and Biken, like their main character aspect, each of the 3 of those guys is they're huge badasses.
Yeah.
Like that. You and I both only have a couple games where we're picking main characters. Like Street Fighter actually is one where we both. Because I play Bison and you play Akuma. And those are both very much main characters in that series.
Yeah. And then everywhere else, neither of us really does it. Because, like, I guess you play Ragnar the Blood Edge? Maybe?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Every time I play BlazBlue, I'm still left clueless. Like, okay, who do I actually play in this game?
But like I said, aside from that, neither of us really stick to the main characters. Like the only arguably main character that we play is Terry Bogard, but like we don't play Terry Bogard in the game that he's the main character in. So
We don't play Fatal Fury at all. Well,
Yeah.
Garrow will play. We play Garrow from time to time, but neither of us plays Terry in that one.
Yeah.
Like for me and Garrow, it's Rock, B. Jeanette, oh shit, Bird, dude. Lucha.
T-Zoc.
T-Zoc, there we go. And who do you play in Garrow?
I play Kim Dong-Kwan
Oh, right.
and Kim Jae-hoon, I guess, sometimes.
Hmm.
Alright, this is kind of a reach, I guess. But alright, boys. The minstrels from Assassin's Creed, like Brotherhood and Revelations, I guess, because they both existed in both, maybe.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, this is gonna be a pun, and I'm sorry, but also it works. Fallout Boys.
The king. Always the king.
The king. Yeah. Yeah, the king. Who.
Difficult Pete.
Yeah. Okay, what about lottery and boxcars?
I don't
Like, to me, those two are both boys and fundamental parts of the New Vegas experience, even though you kill both. Everybody kills both.
I was about to say, have we ever let either of those two live? How are they boys? Well, I guess in that regard, yeah.
Lottery, no matter what, if you kill Lottery, you're just saving him the trouble of getting eaten by ants. But boxcars, it is such a universal experience, even for people who are fairly vulgar like myself. Like, boxcars is so overwhelmingly vulgar when you run into them that you can't help but like, all right, fuck it, I'm just gonna shoot this guy.
Yep.
Like, it's a magic experience every time you walk in there and he's just like, fuck, motherfucking goddamn motherfuck, fuck. And it's like, all right, time for you to go, sir. Whew, I know there's gotta be some big Fallout boys besides the King, though. Well, obviously fantastic. I can't answer Marcus because Marcus was one of the main dudes in Fallout 2. Shit.
Okay, that's true.
It's easy to forget that, but he was in fact very important there.
Alright, my Fallout boys. And the entirety of the Boomers.
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty lovable. Deputy Beagle. He's a huge coward and he knows it. He's going to tell you straight to your face. He's a huge coward.
What's the name of the sheriff bot that saves you in Good Springs?
Oh. Well, I wouldn't consider Victor a boy. He's one of the main characters, if you ask me.
No, the Slim Prim.
Or Prim Slim Prim. Slim Prim. Okay, here's a specific pick, but only if you have a certain perk. Or, no, not a certain perk, a certain stat layout. If you have low intelligence, that one hobo in Freeside, if you have low intelligence, he becomes eloquent.
Oh yeah, I've never done that before.
Yeah, if you go in with like 2 intelligence, he'll tell you the kids are running around with what is actually the fucking DEFCON satellite laser gun. There must have been one from the NCR squad that you have to do therapy for at McCarran. That was a boy. But I can't recall any of them, so I'm going to say no. Oh, the entirety of the loser squad that you have to turn into winners.
Yeah.
All of those guys. Okay, the Sunset Sarsaparilla Man. Boy or Unholy Terror from Beyond the Void?
Unholy Terror.
That dude is great. Why? How? You could find your first Sunset Sarsaparilla star cap in the depths of hell, and he would know, and he would find you.
He would find you in hell. There's no stopping him.
There's gotta be a star cap in Retcon 1, right? Like, there must be one down there in the pits where it's all Nightkin everywhere. Like, all of these will trigger that dude. So he was in Retcon 1 and saw you pick up that star cap. Why? Why did you not help the ghouls? Ooh. Now I'm looking over at the old game shelf. The classic sign that I can tell there's got to be something out there that I really got to dig in for. Oh. Arguable, but you know who's a good movie boy, Addy?
Who?
Tom Hagen.
Ah, yeah.
Debatable whether or not he's a main character. But I would say, having not seen Godfather 2, I would say boy.
Having seen Godfather 2, I wouldn't call him a boy.
Okay, I thought I had heard that. Yeah, he's a lot more significant in Godfather 2.
I don't know if I'd call him more significant, but he does get the title. So
yeah,
Tom Hagen is the Jinder Mahal of the Godfather universe.
Oh, Pink, I've got a boy that you and I would know. Police chief at the end of Christmas Vacation.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty messed up, mister. If I had a rubber hose, I would beat you. And it's instant. He went in to save him in a hostage situation, and within minutes, he is threatening to bludgeon him.
Speaking of police, boy, the policeman from Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, not an ideal situation. The trucker from Resident Evil 2, the original.
Yeah.
What was wrong with that guy? Why'd he bite me?
I've spent the last 20 minutes thinking of like Digimon, like random Digimon to throw out, and they're going, wait, I think that one was like one of the main characters in one of the series that I didn't watch.
Oh God, let's not dip into Pokemon.
Yeah.
Okay, no, Pokemon, we each get one pick.
Beedrill.
Scyther.
Rapidash.
There we go. No, I'm changing mine. The Cocoon. There you go. Pink made me think of it.
Yeah, then I have a couple of good choices there, because like I had NK, fucking Blaziken.
Well, all the Kung Fu ones are easy picks. Come on.
Yeah.
Blaziken isn't a boy. He's a main character.
Oh, that's right. Right, he's a starter.
Oh yeah, Torchic.
Art. Yeah, similarly, I can't pick Incineroar, not only because that's a starter, but also it got to be in Smash. So, no, not a boy.
He's a main eventer, by golly.
Oh, God, he's even got a championship belt!
Yeah.
I mean, if you're just going by not a starter, then technically I could have picked Lucario. I wouldn't have because I don't actually like Lucario that much, but still.
Didn't he have his own movie, though?
Lucario was pretty important at some point.
They were pushing the crap out of him back in the day.
Yeah. Perfect timing. Like we planned it. All right, I think I've pretty well wrapped it up, honestly, over here.
All right.
Right.
Good stuff.
I feel like I'm missing someone, but I can't tell you who. I just know it. Well, whatever.
Fuck it. All right, then. Let's call this a podcast. Eddie, say bye. Oh. I'm going to start eating chips. I don't give a shit.
Bye.